Hello learners, welcome back to my channel Shraddha's Physics. In this lecture we will see the wave function of a free particle. Now let us start with the free particle. The Schrodinger wave equation for the particle having suppose mass m and the total energy E and potential energy V, it can be written as the Schrodinger equation. So this is del square psi. So let me write the Schrodinger equation, that is for the particle of mass m and the total energy and the potential energy is V. Then the wave equation is del square psi plus 2m by h cot square whole into E minus V psi, that is equal to 0. So this is the Schrodinger equation. Here you can see V is the potential energy and total energy is our E. But for the free particle, here we are considering, since it is a free particle, so for a free particle, the potential is independent of the position, or simply we can say that the V equal to 0. Now the Schrodinger equation can be written as, in place of del square psi, here we will write del square psi by del x square plus del square psi by del y square, plus del square psi by del z square. This is the first part, that is delta square psi, plus 2m by h cot square into E psi, that is equal to 0. Here the potential, here we consider that to be 0. For the free particle it doesn't depend on the position. Now this equation, this is suppose equation number 1. Let me write, this is suppose equation number 1. This equation can be solved by using the separation of variable method. So let me write this psi of xyz, the wave function psi xyz, it is a function of xyz. It can be written as, suppose x of x, y of y and z of z. So here we have separated three variables as a function of capital X, capital Y and capital Z. So let me write where x, y and z are the function of, where this capital X of x, y of y and z of z are the function of functions of their respective coordinate, okay, respective coordinates. Now if I will put this value, this is suppose equation 2. Now if I will put the value of psi in this equation 1, then you can see that here we have to take the partial derivative, that is, if I will take the derivative with respect to x for this psi, then this y of y and z of z, it is constant. So the for this first part, so this will be, that is del psi by del x or del square psi by del x square. This will be simply y of y into z of z into del square, this will be x of x divided by del x square. And similarly, if we will take del square psi by del y square, since we are taking with respect to y, so in that case we will take x of x and z of z to be constant, then I will write x of x into z of z into del square y by del y square. And similarly for del square psi by del z square. Now you can say that, let me write, this is for the first, this is y of y into z of z del square x of x divided by del x square plus x of x into z of z dou square y of y divided by dou y square plus x of x into y of y dou square z, this z of z divided by dou z square. Okay, now here you can see we have just substituted this equation 2 in equation 1. So I have written this three term, that is for this del square psi by del x square, this first term, and then the second term, and then the third term here. Now for this plus 2m by h square square E psi. Now here I will write 2m by h square. This will be plus 2m by h square, 2m divided by h square into E. In place of psi we will write x of x into y of y and z of z, and that is equal to 0. And this is equal to 0. Okay. Or simply we can write, if I will write simply it as, this can be written as, for the first term let me write it here. This will be simply y z dou square x divided by dou x square plus x z dou square y by dou y square, again plus, for this third term I will write, this will be x y dou square z divided by dou z square plus 2m by h square. You can see here 2m by h square E x y z. So here I will write 2m by h square E x y z, and that is equal to 0. So this is the simplest form of this above equation. Okay, here we will write this much. Now if I will divide x y z in all this term, so let me divide. So dividing x y z, dividing x y z in all the term, so dividing x y z we will get, the first term will be 1 by x dou square x divided by dou x square plus 1 by y dou square y divided by dou y square plus 1 by z plus 1 by z dou square capital Z divided by dou small z square, again plus 2m by h square E, because we have divided xyz in both the term, in all of the terms. Okay, so here this equal to 0. Now you can see that this first term is a function of x only, this second term is the function of y only, and this third term it is the function of z only. And this is only possible when the sum of these three terms, it must be equal to the sum of the any constant, that is minus 2me by h square. We can write this expression like this is equal to 0. So if I write like this, this will be minus of, this is equal to minus of 2me by h square we can write. So here this is only possible, that is this must be the function of x and this must be the function of y, and the third part it is the function of z. Only the condition is that when the sum of these three terms must be equal to the constant, that is minus 2me by h square. Now let us consider, suppose, let me write here the first term, that is 1 by x dou square x divided by dou x square. You can see here in the above we are writing capital X and in the denominator we are writing small x, that is equal to suppose some kx. And similarly for the second term we will write 1 by y dou square y divided by dou y square, that is suppose equal to ky. And for the third term we will write 1 by z equal to dou square z divided by dou small z square, that is equal to suppose kz. And if I substitute these three terms, that is here you can see that here in the place of 1 by x dou square x by dou s square we will put kx. In place of 1 by y dou square y by dou y square we will substitute ky, and in the place of 1 by z dou square z by dou z square I will put kz. And this here in this term what we have written here, so this term plus 2me by h square, this is plus 2me by h square, this is equal to 0. So this kx plus ky plus kz plus 2me by h square equal to 0. So let me write here. So here kx plus ky plus kz plus 2me by h square, 2me by h square, that is equal to 0. Or simply if I take this 2me by h square to the right hand side, then this will becomes minus 2me by h square. So this will be equal to minus 2me by h square. And again this E can be written as, this will be, this E component, E has the three component, that is Ex, Ey and Ez. So here I can write this Kx value, that is equal to minus 2m Ex divided by h square square, and Ky will be equal to minus 2m, this will be Ey, y component of E divided by h square square, and similarly for Kz, this will be equal to, Kz will be equal to minus 2m Ez divided by h square square. So these are the three components of K, that is Kx, Ky and Kz. Now if I will substitute these values in here, that is, suppose let me give the equation number, this is, suppose this is our equation 3 and these are your equation 4, suppose these are your equation 4. So here we have substituted equation 4 in equation 3. Here you will write in your own copy. So here we have substituted equation 4 in equation 3, equation 4 in equation 3. Okay. This is, suppose, equation 5 that we have just calculated, that is Kx, Ky and Kz value. These are, suppose, equation number 5. Okay. Now if I put the value of equation 5 in equation 4, you can see 1 by x dou square x by dou x square will be equal to minus 2m Ex divided by h square square. Now let me put, so this will be equal to 1 by x, so here you will write, putting equation 5 in equation 4, putting equation 5 in equation 4, so what we will get, 1 by x dou square capital X divided by dou small x square, that will be equal to minus 2m, the x component of E, that is Ex divided by h square square. Okay, or we can write it as, that implies dou square x divided by dou x square. If I multiply this x on the right hand side, this will be 2m Ex by h square square into capital X. Or if I will take this minus term to the left hand side, then this will be simply plus 2m Ex divided by h square square into x. So that will be equal to 0. And the general solution to this equation, suppose equation number 6, the general solution to this equation number 6 is, solution to equation 6 is, here I am directly writing the equation solution. So this x of x, that is equal to some normalization constant nx into sine root over of 2me, this is the x component 2mex divided by h square whole into x minus x naught. फिर nx and x naught, okay, nx and x naught, these are the constant, nx and x naught, these are the constants, and especially this x naught defines the zeros of the function. Okay, this x naught defines the zeros of the function, okay. Similarly you can write zeros of the function. Similarly you can write the solution for the y and z, that is, here we have calculated the solution for this equation 4, that is, after putting this value 1 by x dou square x by dou s square equal to minus 2mex by h square square, here we have calculated the solution to that. Similarly I can calculate for the y and z. For the y, similarly you will write, similarly for y and z, suppose for y here I am writing dou square y is the function of y, or let me directly write dou square y by dou small y square plus 2m ey divided by h square into y equal to 0. Or similarly we can write the solution to this equation is y of y equal to its solution. Okay, the solution to this is y of y equal to ny sine 2mey root over divided by h cut y minus y naught. This is the solution to this equation. And similarly for the z we can write this will be and dou square z divided by dou small z square plus 2me this me z divided by h cut square capital Z, that is equal to 0. And the solution to this equation is z of z equal to nz sin 2m ez root over divided by h cut z minus z naught. So these are the three solutions of the three equations. So the wave functions I and the energy values for the particles can be written as, suppose first I am writing the wave function we can write wave function of the free particle. Okay, the wave function of the free particle is, we have considered this psi is the function of x, y, z. So we can write this is equal to n sin, that is for nx, ny, nz, simply we are writing n. So this is n sin 2mex root over divided by h cut, that is what we are writing exactly. For x, y, z term, so here you can see, here I have just written for the y and z expression. Similarly, we have just calculated for the for the x. So we will simply multiply these three. That is for, here you can see, we have calculated this x of x here, nx sin 2mex root over by h cut x minus x naught. So similarly, y of y and z of z is here. We will simply put this value, that is nx, ny, nz is our n. Now this will be equal to n sin root over of 2mex by h cut into sin root over of 2me, here I have just missed one term, that is x minus x naught into sin root over of 2mey divided by h cut into y minus y naught into sin, here I will write sin 2m ez whole root over divided by h cut z minus z naught. Okay, so this is the wave function of the free particle. Okay, this psi equal to xyz, where I can write here, where n equal to nx, ny, nz. This is the normalization constant. Okay, so this represents the wave function of the free particle. Now if I will calculate this wave function with the time factor, that is, this is the position that, or we can say that at the 0 point, at initial point, this is the position of the particle or the wave function. At initial point, this is the position of the particle or the wave function, value is this much. But after some time evolution, or if we write this with the time t, this I basically, here I will write, this I basically represents, psi is the function of x, y, z. But if I write this with the time factor, that is t, then I will write the equation, the complete wave equation we can say, that is with the time factor we can write the complete wave function, the complete wave function with the time factor, can be written as, that is, psi is the function of x, y, z and t. So this is equal to n into sine root over of 2m ex divided by h cot. Here this will be x minus x naught, and because of the time evolution we can write simply as exponential minus I ex t by h cot. This term will get added and here this is get multiplied, and similarly for the y term again I will write, you can see here, into sine, this is the multiplication sign, okay, into sine 2m ey divided by h cot with y minus y naught here, and again the term exponential minus I ey t by h cot, and again it get multiplied with the sine for the z component 2m ez divided by h cot, 2m ez root over divided by h cot, z minus z naught into exponential minus I ez t divided by h cot. Okay, or simply if I will add this three term, this exponential, this will be, let me write it here, just this expression will be just like this will be exponential minus I ex plus ey plus ez whole into t by h cot, or simply for this term we can write this will be exponential minus I e t by h cot. For this ex plus ey plus ez I will write this will be simply minus I e t by h cot. So here I will write minus I e t by h cot in this three part, that is for this and for this I will write simply exponential minus I e t by divided by h cot. Now let me write the equation again. So this will be this psi, the wave function psi can be written as this is equal to n sine root over of 2m ex divided by h cot x minus x naught into sine root over of 2m ey divided by h cot into y minus y naught, this is y minus y naught into sine root over of 2m ez divided by h cot z minus z naught into, there will be a term that is exponential minus I e t divided by h cot. So this is the expression for the psi x, y, z and t. That is, after the time evolution we can write the wave function as this much, or simply we can write this wave function, that is the physical interpretation of this wave function, that is for ex, ey, ez. I can write, you can see the term that is, let me change the color, this sine 2m ex root over divided by h cot, or this sine 2m ez root over by h cot, or this term that is sine 2m ey root over by h cot. This term in general can be written as this will be sine root over of 2m e by h cot, and this x minus x naught or y minus y naught, or in place of z minus z naught I can simply write x minus x naught. So let us consider for the one dimensional system, or you can say that when, if I will consider the energy, the total energy along ey and ez component to be 0, let ey equal to 0 and ez equal to 0, so that we can consider ex equal to e. Let us consider ex equal to e. Now we can write the wave function psi of x, y, z, t. This will be equal to sine of root over of 2me divided by h cot into x minus x naught into exponential, we can write this will be exponential minus I, this is minus I e t divided by h cot. Okay, so let me write the equation again. The psi of x, y, z, t, this is equal to sine of root over of 2me divided by h cot into x minus x naught exponential minus I e t divided by h square. So this is the representation of the wave function for a free particle. Okay. Now this wave function or this function is a set of standing waves and having suppose wavelength lambda, and this lambda can be written as this is equal to h by root over of 2m. So this is the wavelength. As we can say that this standing waves with the wavefront normal to the x-axis. Okay, then the wavelength will be equal to h by 2m root over. And classically the particle of mass m and moving with a velocity v, then its total energy E equal to half mv square. This is classically we know the total energy of the particle having mass m and moving with a velocity v is half mv square. And if I put this value here, then this will be equal to h by 2m into this will be half mv square, half into m v square, here the root over. So 2 to get cancelled, this will be m square v square root over. That is simply we can write lambda will be equal to h by mv, h divided by mv, because m square v square root over is mv. So lambda equal to h by mv. This is the de Broglie expression for the wavelength associated with the particle of mass m moving with a velocity v. So this is how we can calculate the wave function for the free particle by using the Schrodinger equation. So this is the final expression, that is psi of xyzt equal to sine root over of 2me by h square x minus x naught into exponential minus iet divided by h square. So this is all for today. If you have any doubt, can ask me in the comment section. Thank you all.